Hi, it's Steph from Simplicity Happens, and today we're going to create fall Scarecrow clip art along with a following directions activity using first, next, then, and last. We can do this all in PowerPoint, and it's a great tutorial for teachers and parents. If you are enjoying my clip art tutorials, please subscribe to the Simplicity Happens channel to stay up to date on all the clip art activities. Now, let's get started creating our Scarecrow clip art. Hello and welcome. Let's get started creating our Scarecrow. The first thing we'll do is create the Scarecrow's face. So let's go up to Insert, Shapes, and select the oval shape. I'm going to click and drag to pull the circle out. And then next, I'm going to go up to Shape Fill. And under recent colors, I have light yellow. If you don't have that, which more than likely you won't, you'll have to go in and create your own customized color. Here's how to do it. Go up to Shape Fill. Scroll down to More Fill Colors. Click on the Standard tab and select one of these yellow colors of your choice. And then go into the Custom tab, and you can toggle up to make it lighter or down to make it darker, depending on what you prefer. So I'm going to select this color, and then I'm going to shape outline in black with a 2 1/4 point thickness. Next, let's create the Scarecrow's eyes. So let's go up to Insert, Shapes, and we're going to choose the oval shape. I'm just going to click and drag it out. I'm going to Shape Fill in black, outline in black. And then I'm going to get specific on the dimensions. So I'm going to come over here to where it says Shape Height, and I'm going to input 0.19. And here where it says Shape Width, I'm going to input 0.17. Next, I'll copy and paste. And this is going to be the inside of the eye. I'm going to make this white, outline in black. And to get specific on the dimensions, go up to Shape Height again, and we're going to input 0.13. In the Shape Width box, we'll put 0.1. Next, I'm going to hover over the arrows, and I'm going to click right here to move the pupil of the eye into the inside of the eye. Once that's complete, I'll unclick, and I'm going to click outside of it. And this is sometimes where it gets a little tricky if you want to group it. So I'm going to group the outside first. I'm going to touch down on Shift and Control, and I'm going to click the inside of the eye. Then I'm going to come over here to group and group them. So now I have an eye that will stay together. I'm going to copy and paste and line those up nicely. Next, let's create the Scarecrow's eyebrows. We'll go up to Insert, Shapes, select the line, and then we're just going to click and drag. Shape Outline in black, and we'll put the thickness of the outline at 3 points. Then we'll go up to the dimensions. So Shape Height, we're going to do 0.21. And in Shape Width, we'll do 0.19. All right, and then we're just going to take this over the eyes. I copied and pasted, and now I'm going to rotate horizontally by going under rotate and flip horizontal. And then I'm looking to align them, and that's where I look for those red dashes. Next, we're going to create the Scarecrow's nose. So let's go up to Insert, Shapes, and we're going to select the triangle shape. So I'm going to pull the shape out. I'm going to come over here to the shape dimensions and put the shape height in 0.39 and the shape width in 0.21. And I'm going to come over here to shape fill, and I'm going to select a nice orange color. And then I'm going to go to shape outline in black, and let's put the thickness in 2 1/4 points. Then I'm going to move the nose onto the Scarecrow's face. Next, let's create the Scarecrow's mouth. So we'll go up to Insert, Shapes, and we're going to select the arc under the Basic Shapes header. Just going to click and drag and turn. And this is just a little bit of trial and error, but I want to get a nice smile out. And then once I have a nice smile out, I'm going to go ahead and shape outline in black, go down to weight, and we'll put it in a 2 1/4 points. Next, let's create the remainder of the Scarecrow's mouth. I'm going to come over to the arc shape we created, and I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm going to select shape format to bring up the shape height and shape width boxes. And in shape height, I'm going to enter 0.53. And in shape width, I'm going to enter 0.33. Then I'm going to bring this down and put this at the end of the Scarecrow's smile on both sides. So I'm just trying to get it lined up nicely here. All right, I'm going to copy and paste and then rotate by flipping horizontally to put this on the other side. Just looking for those red dashes to see that everything is aligned nicely. Then I'm going to select each part of the smile, right click, go up to group and group. That will allow me to take the smile with me as I go. All right, the next part, the last part of the smile, we'll go ahead up to Insert, Shapes, and we're going to select the line. I'm just going to click and drag, go up to Shape Outline, select black, and then we'll put that in a 2 1/4 point thickness. We'll go into the shape height box and input 0.22. And in shape width, we'll put 0.05. And then we're just going to put these along the arc line. So I'm going to copy and paste and just put these in. If you want to move them around or angle them, there's a little dot or dots on the ends of the lines for you to do that. All right, we'll go ahead and select each line and group. And now we can put the smile on the Scarecrow's face. Next, let's go in and create our Scarecrow's hat. So we're going to go up to Insert Shapes, and we're going to select the triangle. I'm just going to click and drag out. And over here in the shape height box, I'm going to input 1.46. And in shape width, I'm going to put 1.5. I'm going to go ahead and select a nice dark green color with a shape outline in black. And I'm going to go down to weight and select a 3-point thickness for the outline. Next, I'm going to go to Insert Shapes and select the rectangle. I'm going to input 0.28 into shape height and 1.58 into shape width. To show you a little trick, if you ever want to repeat the pattern of something onto a new image, all you would do, in this example, I want the rectangle to be the same color and outline width of the triangle, is select the image that you like and then go up to Home, and you're going to select Format Painter, and then you'll see the painter icon on the screen, and then you just select the image that you want to change the colors to. And voila, there is a nice color that matches the triangle. So I'm just going to pull this up and put it right under the triangle. And just to be safe, I'll go up to Shape Format, Align Center, and Shape Format and Align Center for both. And now I can group knowing that they're nicely aligned. Let's put a cute little buckle on the hat. So let's go to Insert Shapes, and we're going to select the frame under Basic Shapes. Pull it out, and when you do, you'll notice an orange dot, and that changes the thickness of the frame. So I'm going to pull it inward to make it thicker. And now I'm going to take it up here and put it in the center of my hat. And I'm going to now select a pretty gold color. And I want to outline in black. Again, I'd like to align the center, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just making sure it's outlined in black, and then I'll go ahead and group all of this together. Okay, so when I put it on my scarecrow's head here, you can either do one of two things. If you want to make the hat a little bit bigger to fit the head, you can just change the width of it by pulling out the sides. And when you do that, you'll notice that the shape height and shape width have changed. The other thing you can do is play around with the face. So if you want to make the face a little bit narrower or bring it up a little bit this way, you can do so. And then kind of just tweak the image as you like. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. The next thing I want to do is put some straw on my scarecrow. So I'm going to go up to Insert Shapes, and I'm going to select the rectangle shape, and I'm going to pull it out. I'd like a nice yellow color for the hay with a shape outline, and I'll put that weight in 1.5 points. And then I'm just going to copy and paste. I'm going to connect the straw at the top. And then I'm going to group them. Now what I'm going to do is just put this, I want to send it backward behind the hat. And depending on what you like, I'm going to tweak mine just a little bit. I want to bring them closer together. Okay. And you can do that while they're still grouped. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and select Control C, Control V. That copies and pastes my straw. And then I'm going to rotate and flip horizontally to put this on the other side. I'm also going to send backward, and that puts the straw behind the hat, but in front of the face, which is exactly what I want. Okay, so that looks good. If for whatever reason you want to tweak anything, maybe you want to make the face color a little bit darker so that it's nicely transitioned with the straw, you can. So if you want to do that, go into more fill colors. You might want to make the face a little bit darker. There we go. To make it contrast a little better with the straw. So once that's completed, now I can go ahead and I'm going to align center just to make sure. I'm going to now group the entire face together, the hat and the straw. So now everything becomes one. Next, let's create the Scarecrow's undershirt. So we'll go up to Insert, Shapes, and I'm going to select the rectangle with rounded corners. And I'm just going to click and drag this out. I'm going to select a darker orange color. So I'm going to come to orange, but I want to modify it. So I'm going to go back in and select more fill colors. And then it popped me right into custom, so I can toggle down a little bit to make this a little bit darker orange. Okay, I'm going to outline in black with 3 points. Now I'm going to send backward and align center. Okay, when I aligned center, I noticed that my scarecrow head and hat were a little off, so I had to align that center as well. Just tweak as you go. The next thing we'll do is we'll create the arms. So I'm going to go back into shapes, and I'm going to select the rectangle with rounded corners again. And earlier I showed you that little formatting trick, so I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to select that format painter. There's the icon, boom. Now it's orange. And I'm going to go up to shape format and send backward. I'm going to copy and paste, rotate by flipping horizontally, and I'm going to send backward. Next, let's go in and create straw for the scarecrow's hands. So I'm just going to come back up to the straw that I already created, and I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm just going to create a bunch more straw pieces. Once I have the straw pieces created, I'm going to go ahead and click on each one. Right click to group. And then I'll bring it over here, twist it around, and we can send it backward. Okay, that looks good to me. So I'm going to copy and paste it, rotate by flipping horizontally, and send backward. So that creates the Scarecrow's straw hands. Let's go in and create the Scarecrow's overalls. The first thing I'm going to do is select the Scarecrow. Because most of the Scarecrow is grouped together, I'm going to click again on just the rectangle with rounded corners, and I'm going to copy and paste. With only the rectangle selected, let's go up to Shape Format, Shape Fill, and we're going to select this dark blue color. Let's go into Shape Outline and select No Outline. I'm going to pull this rectangle over the undershirt, and I'm going to pull it out just a tad so it's right beyond the outline on the undershirt. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit, and I'm going to align center. The next thing we'll do is create the overall straps. So I'm going to go up to Insert Shapes, and we're going to select the rectangle. I'm going to put it in that dark blue color, and I want to shape outline this time in black with a 3-point thickness. Now what's going to happen, because if I select the Scarecrow, the undershirt, hat, and face are all grouped together. So if we select the rectangle to send it backward, it's going to go behind the undershirt, and we won't be able to see it. So let me bring it back and show you what we need to do. Select the Scarecrow. We're going to go up to Group, and we're going to say Ungroup. Now what we can do is take the strap and send it backwards so that it's behind the face but in front of the shirt. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste and put this strap on the other side. Send backward. Once the straps are created, let's go in and create the buttons for the overalls. Go up to Insert, Shapes, select the oval shape. And we're going to shape fill in black, outline in black. And then I'm going to copy and paste and make this very small. And shape fill in white. I'm going to copy and paste. And then copy and paste again. I'm going to group these small circles together and make them tinier. And then I'm going to put them right up here in the circle. And I'm going to group them together. Copy and paste, and we'll put the button on the other side. All right, now that that's completed, the next thing we'll do is we'll create a little pocket for the Scarecrow. So go into Shapes, and we're going to select the Flowchart Predefined Process. And I'm going to put that in this orange color. So I'm going to go into Format Painter and select that. And then I'm going to put that right here and align center. Okay. What we'll do next is I'm going to select the rounded rectangle and I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm going to make the Scarecrow's legs. Copy and paste, flip horizontal, and there are the Scarecrow's legs. Now what we'll do is we'll put the straw that we used for the hands down at the bottom as well. We're going to send it backward. Rotate and flip horizontally. And send that backward as well. And now that everything looks really nice, I'm going to go back and group everything together. You can go up to Shape Format and select Group, or right-click and select Group. Just going to make sure I didn't leave anything behind the Scarecrow by just checking. Next, let's create patches for our Scarecrow. Go up to Insert, Text Box, and let's change the font size and make it bigger. I'm going to select the hashtag or number symbol. Go up to Shape Format. Text fill, I'm going to put this in a dark green, and I'm going to outline in a nice gray color. And I'm going to place this on the Scarecrow's pants. I'll copy and paste. Make this a little smaller. And there we have some cute patches for the Scarecrow. We'll go ahead and select those, and we can group this all together. Make sure we didn't leave anything behind. Perfect. As always, you can right-click to save as picture and put it somewhere safe on your computer. Of course, keep the original so you can always come in and make changes as needed. Let's put our Scarecrow in black and white so that we can use it as a coloring sheet. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and ungroup the Scarecrow. I'm going to select the legs and the overalls and put that in a shape fill of black and white. I'm going to outline in black. We'll go ahead and send the legs backward behind the Scarecrow. You can also text fill in white with an outline in black. And we can make this hashtag smaller so that the outline of it isn't messing with the outline of the pants. You can come into the straw and select that and send it backward. And then let's go ahead and do the same thing with the straps. So as you can see, I'm just putting everything in black and white at this time. Again, with the hashtag, you're going to text fill white, outline in black. We'll come up to the Scarecrow's face, select his nose, and then ungroup his face and hat. And the buckle. And the pocket. You can also do the same with the inside of the button. So I'm just selecting the outer portion of the button so that that can be colored as well. So that makes a really nice black and white scarecrow. Once you've created your scarecrow in black and white for a coloring sheet, everything will be ungrouped. So you'll just want to go back in and regroup everything. And that's just going back through and clicking on every little detail of your scarecrow. Right-click group. Just want to make sure I have everything perfect. Lastly, let's create a fun following directions activity for our children and or students that can be a fun reward to color after they complete the activity. So the first thing we'll do is we'll select the scarecrow and we're going to ungroup the entire thing. Next, we're going to go back and group different parts of the scarecrow that can be glued together during the activity. So I put the hat and the straw hair over here, the face, eyes, nose, mouth, and eyebrows over here. I'm going to pull up my shoulder straps, and then I'm going to go through and group all of these items together. And then lastly, I'll do the same with the legs and put those over here. Now let's use this activity using first, next, then, and last. So if your children and or students are gluing, the first thing they'll want to do is glue down the scarecrow's pants. So we'll put those here in the center of the page. Next, the students can glue on the overalls and arms over the pants. Then they can glue the scarecrow's face onto the overalls. And last, they can glue on the scarecrow's hat and hair. Once completed, your children and our students can color their scarecrow. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and following directions activity. Stick around and I'll be back with another clip art tutorial next week. Bye.